Each year it comes, the steady fall, brown leaves drifting, one and all. They gather thick where shadows lie, a rustling carpet, crisp and dry. The courtyard hums with rake and song, we shift the piles, it takes us long. Mulch for beds, the garden fed, autumn's bounty neatly spread. And then the conkers, glossy round, little treasures on the ground. Once they swung on strings in play, schoolyard battles, autumn's day. But here their journey takes a turn, to the déchetterie they must burn. Yet still they shine, a fleeting cheer, the horse chestnut's mark of year. So many shifts, the work, the chore, yet will return as times before. For this old tree, in shade and grace, keeps weaving seasons round this place. Good morning. Well, you saw me moving that armoire from the attic down into our boot room, but it's only got one shelf, I'm afraid. So this old shelf was up there, and it's from an armoire of some sort, but I don't know which one. We're not missing any shelves, so I thought, well, I'll use that and convert it. I've just got to trim it off. But it's interesting, when you look at these shelves, they're quite rough, really, because these armoires, they're all about the outside and how they look. Inside, they're just functional. So they don't tend to, when they have to cut bits out to get them in, they don't tend to worry too much about how neat that is. So, but it doesn't matter. They're functional. So I'm going to trim this off. I'm going to have to cut inside, I'm afraid. I don't like to cut inside here because I haven't really got a dust extraction system set up, but it's raining out there. So I'm going to trim this one off and then test fit that, and hopefully this one will do. And then I've got to find some more.
So as you can see, all the cobwebs here, you can do this on a weekly basis and everything gets covered. So if you don't like spiders and snakes, don't come to France. Yeah, they're just, at this time of year, there's just cobwebs everywhere, and they're the little spiders with the long legs. So I'm just hoovering them up all the time. I've just sprayed this insect spray. I don't know if it'll kill spiders, but we don't come in here very often. It's supposed to be a study, but neither of us sort of feel comfortable in here. I don't know if it's just because it's a mess, but I don't know, just not getting the feeling about it and thinking, do we turn it back into a bedroom, which it was at one point? Because I have got another idea for a study stroke office, which we will need to use more next year to do the vlogging and all the work that we've got to do. So I don't know. I'm just not getting the feeling about this room.
Okay, so that worked. So I've woodworm treated it now, and I'm just leaving it outside for a while to go off. I think the weather's improving, so we should be okay. Right, so I need another shelf, and this old, well, what looks like a trestle table has actually been behind my barn door with a few other pieces ever since I arrived here. I've forgotten about it, if I'm honest, but it's ideal because the wood's in good quality and it's the right thickness. So I'm going to actually denail this and chop it up and use this as a template, and that's my next shelf. Yeah, so I'm going to get on with that, but you know the score, so I'm going to just get on with it and do it, and then hopefully that will work. Right, come on. Just at our local Emos, and Suzie spotted an armoire.
And this has actually already got a hanging rail in, and the shelf's not too high up for me. and it's got a drawer on the bottom too. As you can see, I've been filling this armoire and I've got all my cushions in there, and I'm using this for the swing seat cushions, which is really handy. And you can probably see the units that we put in here, and I can fit a lot more in this. I've got all my candle stuff and lanterns, but I am going to need another one because I've still got quite a lot of stuff to go in. I've got umbrellas in the corner there and our gazebo, but we're going to keep this unit here because we've now found somewhere we can put the solar batteries on, because they've been stuck in the hall, which has driven me mad. So behind me you can see the oil tank, which will be going, so we have a bit more storage space there. And you can see I've still got all this stuff here which needs to go in something, and also being in the armoire stops it getting all dusty. And I've had to clean everything because we had the rat coming in for months, and it actually trashed everything, so I've had to clean stuff, throw stuff away, so it's been devastating really. And in the kitchen we haven't been able to leave anything out, and I couldn't even have a vase of flowers because it started eating them. So yeah, it's been awful, but I think, touch wood, we've got rid of it now. So this unit in the corner here will go in the barn, and we'll have another armoire, and eventually we're going to put a window, a door here to go out to the back garden there, but that's where we've got to dig out all the soil, so that's a job for next year. These are the baby corns I planted. I did 2 beds actually, and they came up really quickly, but they've kept growing and growing. And then when we thought they were ready, they weren't really, and then they got covered in aphids and ants, and they've just all gone really. So that's another failure this year. We won't be growing them again. These are the cornichons. They started dying off, but we still got a few. We probably got 8, but not great. These I planted 3 weeks later than the other ones. We're still hopeful we might get some, but there's no way they're baby corns. They're about that big. And yeah, I don't know. And we put this in for runner beans and they started coming up and just died off for no reason. So we've been successful with the beetroots. So this is all the winter veg. We've got Brussels, cauliflower, red cabbage, swede and leeks. At the moment, they all look fine. We've got 5 melons here. I'm not convinced they're going to get any bigger now because we did put them in a bit late. We've got tomatoes in all this bed, but they're just really stunted and quite small. And there are some more on there, but they haven't gone red, and I don't think they're going to go red now. So we didn't get any butternut squash this year. All the plants died. And we got probably about 3 courgettes. The rhubarb's gone mad again. I've got a few beetroots growing here. They're always successful. But the corns, we did cut a couple and cook them, but they were as tough as old boots. So that's a no-no for next year. We got the trailer back again, so we can fill up some more stones.
Yeah.
Get rid of some more rubbish.
Should be able to get rid of this now.
Yeah.
So yeah, good. Right, here we got a bit of produce at last.
Yeah, some things for you to cook. Actually, you made a really nice side dish to go with the curry with that, didn't you? With an aubergine.
Curry night. Yeah, it is nice actually. Right, well I'm going to carry on doing this. Should we call it a day?
Yeah, it's quite hot now.
Yeah, I'm going to carry on for a while, but
it's 27 degrees today.
Yeah, well, we've had it hotter, but anyway, I'm going to start filling this, and then thanks for watching.
See you next time.
We'll see you next time. Bye. Yeah, so curry, eh? Do you want it hot or mild?
Hot.
Hot. Thought you might. So do I.